Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down one of the most important decisions you'll make for any big event: how to find the perfect photographer.
It's a high-stakes choice, for sure. So to make it a little easier, we're going to walk through what a great photographer's website can teach us about making a really smart decision. Let's dive in. Okay, first things first, the vibe check. Before you look at anything else, you've got to figure out if their artistic style actually matches your vision for the day.
So, a really popular approach you're going to see is called wedding photojournalism. Think less of that classic, everyone's a cheese, and more about capturing the real, authentic moments. You know, the secret laugh between friends, the happy tear during a speech, all as it unfolds naturally. Now, here's the thing. The best photographers, they often blend different styles. You see here how they might start with that photojournalistic approach, but then mix in bits of fine art or fashion? This is so key. You're looking for a description that just clicks, that perfectly captures the whole feel you're going for.
And you really want to pay close attention to the words they use. Are they saying things like clean and vibrant? That would be amazing for a bright outdoor party. Or maybe it's more moody and dramatic, which could be absolutely stunning for a more intimate event. These keywords are your biggest clues. All right, so let's say you found someone whose style you love. The vibe is right. The next step is all about the practical stuff. Do they actually cover your kind of event and, just as important, your location? You know, any professional's website should have their services listed out super clearly. I know it sounds kind of obvious, right? But you really want to see your specific need, whether it's a corporate event or a graduation or a newborn session, right there on their list of things they do. In this right here, this is a huge point. If your event has deep cultural traditions, finding a photographer with that specific expertise, like knowing the ins and outs of Indian and Pakistani weddings, can make a world of difference. They'll know exactly what moments to look for. And finally, let's talk logistics. You've got to check where they actually work. Always confirm their primary service areas so you know your location is covered and you don't get hit with any surprise travel fees or weird complications. All right, now it's time for what I like to call the interrogation phase. Seriously though, these are the crucial questions you absolutely have to ask before you even think about signing a contract. First up, experience. And don't be shy about asking this directly. You're hiring a professional for what might be a once-in-a-lifetime event, and their track record, well, it tells you a lot about how reliable they'll be. An experienced pro won't hesitate. They'll give you actual numbers. Hearing something like they shoot, say, 30 to 45 weddings a year, that tells you they're in demand, they're working all the time, and they can definitely handle the pressure of a big day.
Okay, next up, let's talk money. Understanding how a photographer figures out their pricing is absolutely critical. A transparent professional will have zero problem breaking it all down for you.
See, pricing isn't just some random number they pull out of thin air. It's almost always based on these three key things: the date, the location, and of course, how many hours you need them there. Understanding this helps you see exactly where your money's going. Sticking with professionalism here, let's talk about gear. Now, this isn't about you needing to be a tech expert. What you're really listening for is what their answer says about their level of preparation. Are they invested in top-notch gear? And, the big one, do they have backups? What you want is a clear, confident answer, just like this one. A real pro will happily share what they use because it shows they're invested in their craft and are committed to getting you quality results.
And this brings us to the creative process. This one is huge. Remember, you're not just hiring a technician, you're hiring a creative partner. So you should always ask if they're open to your ideas and any specific requests you have.
And really, the only answer you want to hear is an enthusiastic absolutely. That is a massive green flag. It shows you they're not just there to take their pictures, they're there to capture what's most important to you. Whew, okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. So let's pull all of this together into a final takeaway, a really simple checklist you can use.
So here it is, your simple 5-point checklist. Does their style match your vision? Do they specialize in your kind of event? Is the pricing totally clear? Are they open about their experience and their gear? And are they collaborative? If you can confidently say yes to all 5, you are on the right track to finding the perfect match.
Because at the end of the day, hiring a photographer is about so much more than just getting nice pictures. It really is an investment in preserving your memories. And that's what it all comes down to, right? finding that one person who understands your vision and can capture those moments in a way that you'll cherish for years and years to come. So I guess the final question is, who are you going to trust to tell your story?